back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ruth Kim. In case you're seeing me for the first time, on my channel, I share my own experiences as a Kenyan living here in Germany. I share stories from other foreigners living here in Germany. And if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. So, as you can see today, guys, we have a guest, and I'm going to give her a few minutes to introduce herself.
Hello, guys. My name is Nancy. I am a nurse. I live in Hamburg, and I have been working here in Hamburg. Welcome.
So I know you guys are asking yourself, why is Nancy here? Nancy is a nurse here in Germany. Like she said, she's a freelancing nurse as well. And I just asked her to come here and guide us through the process of becoming a freelancer nurse here in Germany. So Nancy, before we go to the freelancing side, how long have you been here in Germany, and when did you graduate as a nurse? How long did you work as a nurse before becoming a freelancer?
Okay, thank you, Ruth, for that question. I came in Germany in 2010 as an au pair. I started nursing Ausbildung in 2012 and completed in 2015. And from 2015, I started working as a qualified nurse, where I specialized in one-to-one intensive care. And I worked there till 2020. When Corona came, I decided to do something else or to expand my experience in that Abteilung. That's why when I finished my course, I did another, we call it Weiterbildung.
Further studies.
I specialized in intensive care. And I in that field, and that is where I worked for 5 years. And then I decided to do a part-time, my own, as a freelancer. And I started doing freelancer as an event job from 2020.
Let me ask you something. You said you graduated in 2015 as a nurse, and back in the days, we used to have different type of nurses. So which nurse are you? Or
I did geriatric nurse.
So you did geriatric nurse, and then you did Weiterbildung, which is further studies to become in intensive care for in-home patients, like those patients who are supposed to be intensive care unit, but they are at home.
They are stable enough to be at home. And
okay. So you also got the ventilation license, Beatmung.
Yes, that is what you need to be able to work. You need that one in Germany if you want to work as one-to-one intensive care, because you are.
So you said in 2020 you decided to work as a freelancer nurse. And you also mentioned that you didn't go full like a freelancer, you decided to work part-time.
Yes, I decided to test the waters. So because I read a lot of materials, are very discouraging, saying, oh, this is not the right time to come in this field. It's a good time for buy, and it's no longer attractive. So I said, oh, why? I don't need to give up my career and enter there where people are saying it's not the right time. So I decided to test. So I worked on my Betrieb, and then I started to look for jobs at my own.
Okay, so you had like a main job and you did freelancing as a part-time job. So before we continue, like, let me know, what do you need to become a freelancer nurse?
There are a lot of chances here in Germany. For example, if you want to specialize in an area, then you have to do something called Weiterbildung. And then you see which line do you want to go. But a nurse, either a Kinderkrankenschwester, a Gesundheit- und Krankenpfleger, or a geriatric nurse. But it's good to specialize in one thing. Because if you are becoming a freelancing, you can do all. You can go anywhere. But
in all the departments.
All departments. But specialize, like me, I said I specialized in one-to-one, and that is the department I used to work.
Okay. So for you to be able to work as a freelancer, which steps did you take? Like which documents do you need?
Okay, we come there now. If you have your certificate as a nurse,
Mm-hmm.
that's what you need. And then you need to take that certificate with you. You go to finance amt.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call the finance office?
Mm-hmm.
You go there and make a registration, and from there you get a stoya number,
Tax number.
tax number. That is what very important. The first step to take. When you
So
get
as wait, Nancy. So as a freelancer nurse, you don't have to do Gewerbe anmelden. You only need a tax number.
you need a taxi number, and you
Mm-hmm.
come to number two. That's number
Mm-hmm.
one. Number two, you need a certificate from health ministry. Gesundheit.
Mm-hmm.
Go there, register yourself as a Freiberuflich
Mm-hmm.
Pflegefachkraft. Then you get a certificate. That's got eine Bescheinigung
Mm-hmm.
in Germany. You get that Bescheinigung. That is the second step you take.
Mm-hmm.
The third step, you go to another office called Berufsgenossenschaft.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call that? That is insurance workers. You go there, you register yourself, and you get a specific number. You need all these numbers with you.
Mm-hmm.
That is the third Bescheinigung that you need.
Mm-hmm.
The one, you need to have insurance for your work.
Okay. Yeah,
Berufshaftpflichtversicherung.
Berufshaftpflichtversicherung.
Genau. Any company that offer insurance covers, you
Mm-hmm.
can explain your situation that you are one einzelne Fachkraft,
Mm-hmm.
Freiberuf. They check the best condition cover for you. Now
Okay.
you have the insurance, then you have to go and also inform your Krankenkasse.
Mm-hmm.
You inform them that you are taking another job. But the
Okay.
Krankenkasse is that if we come back there, maybe if you earn more in your Nebentätigkeit, you're not supposed to earn your Haupttätigkeit. If you
Okay.
earn more, pay, you'll be deducted health insurance Beitrag.
Interesting.
Yeah, so you don't need to earn more. Else, if you earn more, you have to inform them, and you have to be paying Beitrag every month.
Okay.
Yeah, another you need to go to Renteversicherung office.
Okay. Renteversicherung is the pension office.
It's the pension.
Pension insurance office.
Yes. And these people, very interesting here in Germany, these people, they don't want to lose you. They want you to pay in their system. Yeah. So they will
Yes.
make problem with you because they want you to pay. Remember this, we are talking about Nebentätigkeit.
Mm-hmm.
You are already paying your pension on your Hauptjob.
On your main job.
So when you are going there, you have to be very smart and tell them you want Befreiung,
Mm-hmm.
Befreiung, because you don't want to pay extra. Sometimes when you are Freiberufler, you don't have a certain amount you are earning. Sometimes you are earning, sometimes you are not earning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now
Yeah.
you have to keep in mind that, oh, I have to pay this. So you have every time, even if you don't have Aufträge, you have like to do some things that you don't want to do in order to pay all these bills. We come to that later on all those things that you need to pay or to prepare.
Okay, Nancy. So you have, let's say you have now all the documents you mentioned,
Yeah.
like tax number,
Yeah.
Befreiung from Renteversicherung, Pensionversicherung. You have to inform your insurance, and then you have to go to your health, Gesundheitsamt, health department to get also a Bescheinigung that you informed them.
Yeah.
And the fifth one was Genossenschaft. Now you have all the documents. You said like if you have a main job, then you do freelancing as a mini job, then you have to make sure that you make more money on your main job than mini job.
Yes.
What happens when you make more money on your freelancer as the main job?
Or the only thing that will happen when you earn more money is that the health insurance will want.
So you will have to pay health insurance and rent
Rent you would have to pay it from this money.
And taxes. But we are going to get there, guys. So let's go back. Now you have all the documents that you mentioned. Where do I start? Yeah, how do you approach the customers?
Before you start reaching the customer, you have to sit down and do your calculations and know how much do you want to earn. And this is where you sit down. What conditions do you want to put in your job, in your what do you want to give to this customer? You sit down and you write your own contract. You can do that with the help of a lawyer, or you can do it yourself. You write your conditions, what you want to earn, everything you need to vereinbarung.
So you have to have a contract between you and the customers, the hospitals or the nursing homes.
Yes.
Okay.
Need it. Sometimes those agents will have those contracts, but it's better for you to have one of your own.
You keep talking about agents. Who are these people?
Now this is where you're coming. You asked me, where are you going to get your customers? Now start in the field and start looking for customers. Hospitals, your customers are Seniorenheim, your customers are Behindertenheim, those old people who are at home and they need care, those friends who their parents don't want to give away, maybe they are behindered or they are sick. Customers, how will you contact customers?
Yes,
there are so many agents who will to your customers. It's you to go to internet. We will put we will give if somebody need, we'll give them some, but they are all over. Go to the internet, check for Vermittlungsfirma für Freiberufler. You will meet them.
Wait, Nancy. Vermittlungsfirma is like freelancer agencies who are going to connect freelancers with customers.
Yes.
Okay, yes. You said we are going to share with them. So on the description box on this video, we are going to share some of them down there.
You go there, you give them. Now all these documents we mentioned earlier, them in one file. Because every agent, when you go to meet them, you give them all these documents. You contact somebody. We have also Facebook. Social media is a very, very powerful tool. Go to Facebook, enter in those Freiberufler groups. People talk, get connections. There are a lot of connections.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we have the agents. So we are now connected to the customers. How sure are you that you're going to get, before we go there, how sure are you that you're going to be getting those contracts to work?
As you know, in Germany, the nurses are scarce. They are looking everywhere. Those are looking, Senheimer 1:1 are looking, Behindert-Einrichtung are looking. So your demand there is so high that it's almost impossible.
Let's say now you are now in the field, you've started working and you started getting more money. So are you the one who is going to pay the taxes, or the agent is going to pay the taxes, or how does it go? Because when we have a main job, we are used to getting our net income when the taxes are already deducted. How is it when it comes to freelancing?
In freelancing is different because this is you now. You are the boss,
Mm-hmm.
so you get all the money in your account.
Mm-hmm.
After you write you write a rational, sorry, it in English, an invoice,
An invoice, yes.
write it, and then they will pay that money directly in your
Mm-hmm.
account.
Mm-hmm.
And what you do with this money is up to you. It's up to you to pay for your own insurances. It's your own way to know how you pay the taxes. It's your own way to know how you will buy you will buy what you need to work. Yeah. So you get all the money, and after that you pay the tax from your
So
bank.
this is so exciting. Let's say you make 5,000 euros and you're super excited and you decide to use all of it. That means at the end of the year you have to find a way to get money to pay the finance.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, because when you register new, the finance amt will leave you. They won't
mhm,
ask. Hey, they leave you to work for the whole year.
mhm.
But the most important thing is to have in mind that you have to keep that tax because you pay all at the end of the first year. But
Okay.
there is a minimum that I think it's 9,000. I didn't check that well because they lied about 2,500, but that is not really true. If
Mhm.
you have to pay, but I think there is a certain amount of 9,000 that is Toya Fry.
Okay, so if you make less than 9,000 in your freelancing job, then you
You
don't have to pay taxes.
don't need to pay tax. But
And if but if you make more, you pay taxes.
yeah,
And another question, what are some of the challenges when it comes to this freelancing job as a nurse?
the first charge is the money. You get
Mm-hmm.
your enjoy your money at the end of the year. You start crying because the
Mm-hmm.
one and you wonder, did I even earn this money?
Mm-hmm.
And you start running to know how because they give you a deadline. They don't joke. Eh?
So Nancy, what would you advise someone who is just starting? How should they go about this money?
You have to get a tax accountant
Mm-hmm.
at the very beginning. Get
Mm-hmm.
one him book a beratung.
Mm-hmm.
Beratung. Go there and
Beratung is advice.
answer you in everything that you need, how you
Mm-hmm.
need things. And then when you start earning, make sure that you put 30% aside.
Mm-hmm.
Put 30% aside.
You open a savings account where you put 30% like for
If
taxes.
you want to put that money, put it aside.
Mm-hmm.
It will really save you from headaches.
Okay. More challenges?
More challenges is like when you are freelancing and you are
Mm-hmm.
going need you when maybe somebody is sick or when they don't have any other thing, or like when you're working part-time. Remember, you are having your main job.
Mm-hmm.
So to those people, maybe they are looking for somebody for a whole week, maybe, and it's a challenge. Have 1 day free, 1 day free here, 1 day free. It's a challenge to get that 1 day.
You mean the flexibility, like being flexible is a challenge.
Flexible that much, but if you are full-time, then you have a little bit of flexibility. So
Mm-hmm.
they move. If you are flexible and you can move maybe the whole of Germany, the better.
Pesa.
Like me, I have kids, so that one is marriage. I can't go out of Hamburg, so I am limited.
Mm-hmm.
My charge, maybe I see one patient in Bahrain and he's offering a good job, but I can't go. You see, yeah,
Yes.
another like others will give you, and before that, they will turn they will take it back because maybe they have seen charging them less money, or somebody who can take more, you know.
So
And then
you mean these contracts, they don't have a guarantee? They can be cancelled anytime.
you can have your fair track, your contract, and light it.
Mhm.
I can stornier this dienst in 24 hours.
Mhm.
So that person can just cancel it in 24 hours. You see, and you have already started in your mind that I'm having some jobs, and then yeah, but the jobs are always there.
What about the money? Because you said you as the freelancer nurse, you're the one who is writing your own invoices. Do they pay? Like, are they punctual?
And that's another challenge. Some pay punctually. Maybe when you write an invoice, you have to say at the down there, please pay this on invoice in the next
Mhm.
days or in the next 31 days.
Mhm.
Somebody don't meet the deadline, then you have to call after here. You have to write emails. You have some are very stubborn, but from my experience, I'm now like 2 to 3 years.
Mhm.
I my money.
Okay, and now that we are into it, we are already in the business. We are writing invoices now. How much do they pay? Do they pay well, or it's not paying?
Uh, when it comes to payment, it's like how much do you want to sell yourself?
So you're the one who is deciding how much you're going to get.
Nothing. Then you have to find a middle. You
Mhm.
have like any other handroom.
Okay, so what's the approximately how much are people getting at the moment per
And there,
hour?
if you are working eins to eins, don't pay that much.
Mm-hmm.
From that 40, 42.
Mm-hmm.
In when you go to Heim, they can pay 42, 45, 48. Krankenhaus up to 50 or 60. Some.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. And what are the disadvantages? Because we talked about the challenges, which can also be the disadvantages. What are the advantages? What excites you the most about being a freelancer nurse?
And what excites me the most is that I can go, I can choose where to go. I
Mm-hmm.
like from last year, I came inside freelancing. For
Mm-hmm.
example,
Yeah, like you went full in.
I can decide every weekend I'm free.
Ah, okay. Like you plan your own working.
I can run my own. I can decide how much I want to earn.
Mm-hmm.
I can decide when I go here and I don't feel good, I can say I won't come here again.
Mm-hmm.
You have that freedom, a little bit of freedom. Although the one disadvantage, you have to earn this money because you have here insurances or the cost waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what sometimes you may go somewhere you don't feel like going, but because the costs are looking at you like this, you have to go. You have to cool down your ego and balance your accounts.
So Nancy, you said at some time you decided to go fully into Freiberufler.
Now,
How was it like with the insurances and all that?
insurances remain the same.
Like,
Don't
if it's
much.
the medical insurance, did you stay with the government insurance or you went private?
That's when you go now full, you have to either to go to the government insurance or insurance. When you
Okay.
decide to remain with the government insurance, and they have a grant,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have to pay when you earn, I think 7,700, then you have to pay 930. And if you pay more than that, you don't need to pay percentage. Here in Germany, I think it's 14%
Mm-hmm.
balance, something like that. But it's good. But as long says when you go to
Mm-hmm.
private, it's a bit cheaper.
When you're like fully freelancing, it's better when you go to a private
Yeah.
medical
It's,
insurance. And how are the taxes when you are fully in?
when the taxes are the same. because you pay income tax.
Depending on how much you make.
Yeah, depending on how much you earn.
So let me ask something. If someone wanted to do freelancing today or to freelance today as a nurse, what would you advise them? Would you tell them to go for it or not to?
I will advise everyone to try.
Mm-hmm.
They should try. They should not say no unless you try. I
We should
tried.
not limit ourselves.
I really liked it, and I don't know why somebody won't give it a try.
Okay.
And then another thing is about lente room.
Mm-hmm.
You are free, freelancing. You can
Mm-hmm.
decide. I said that before. You can decide either to get out
Mm-hmm.
or remain.
So the pension insurance is not,
It's not
you're not obligated to pay for it.
something. I think in the next few years they will make it mandatory.
I think it's also better. I
The
think
issue,
it's better if you have pension money. I think for me, I would pay for it.
yeah, but it's too much.
It's so expensive.
Too much. And after 6 to 7 years, you have to calculate as an individual and see whether it's good for you or it's not the best thing for you.
Okay, so all in all, you are enjoying it. You're enjoying being a freelancer.
I
Nah,
am enjoying my freedom. I'm enjoying everything.
you've been enjoying your money.
It's good. It's a good thing.
So I always tell my viewers here that we should not settle for something which does not like make you happy. So if you're just working as a nurse, you've been working for 15 years, it's good to try something new. And I think, Nancy, it's a good thing. So guys, we are going to stop here. If you guys have any question, drop the questions on the comment section below, and Nancy is going to answer them for us. And thank you so much, Nancy, for being here. Guys, if we forgot to mention something and you know how it goes or it works, feel free also to put it on the comment section below. We love you. Thank you so much, guys. Until next time. Bye bye.